Hi, headquarters of Music Impossible. I am sending this message from a secret location in England. Mr. Bond said he wants to be here to make sure the metronome is working. Apparently, he has already left and is on his way.
James, I need you.
So does England.
I'm not sure he will make it. Hi guys, my name is Yuri. I'm not Russian in spite of the name. I was born in Brazil and I started my first music lessons there when I was 7 years old. When I was 9, my family moved to Italy and that's when I started piano lessons, initially in a music school and then privately, but always with the same teacher. And that was from the age of 9 until the age was 19, 19 or 20. My music lessons were always in a relaxed way. I was not studying with the intensity of someone who wanted to become a professional musician, although I had at the time not discarded that possibility. And the main thing that my teacher transmitted to me was the enthusiasm for music making, never imposing anything, if anything stimulating what he thought were my natural tendencies. So that was always great, and that has made me love music and piano always. So I basically, when I was 19 years old, I pretty much abandoned piano playing when I went to university for different reasons. One of them was not having the instrument. So I didn't stop making music. I dedicated myself to playing percussion and a lot of Brazilian percussion, so a lot of rhythm making. And I did that also after university when I moved to England, and was pretty much active in the Brazilian music scene in London for a while, until at some point I said I should actually go back and play the music that I love so much again, which is let's label it as general classical music. And at the time, it was about, I think, 5 years ago, more or less, is when I decided to get an instrument. And then also more or less at that time I came across Authentic Sound as a channel. I think I was looking for Bach on the clavichord, and then I found Wim playing Bach on the clavichord. And I have been a subscriber, not with this username, but with another username, another account I had, since pretty much then, I think, and I follow the channel more or less intensively since then. This challenge has been great because it has motivated me to finally set up a YouTube channel, an account where I can share my musical experiences and thoughts, all done from someone who has never done a music exam in his life. I have never sat a musical exam in my life. I always played. I always have taken it very seriously. And although I have not had a teacher since my Italian teacher, who actually is up to this day professional and very good opera singer, I have not had music lessons until very, very recently, before coronavirus took over the world. I had a few harpsichord lessons. And here comes the most significant event in my musical life, I would say, as far as it comes to keyboard music. Let's call it again classical music in terms of keyboard. and it was meeting early keyboards, and let's label it again, early music. When I started playing the piano again, I came inevitably across Bach, and then with Bach you end up on the harpsichord and the clavichord. I was lucky enough to be able to play and experience playing quite regularly actually on replicas of original instruments and also some original ones. Always by myself, in the sense of with the music and the instrument, and so my only the instruments were my teachers, the instruments and the music. So my approach was always, what is this instrument, what can it give me, and what can I make out of this music with these instruments. And I played on different harpsichords, and as some of you probably know, everyone will have a different touch, and it's a completely different thing from the piano and from the clavichord as well. The clavichord came a bit later, so I have this piano, and I also have a small Dolmetsch 4-octave clavichord, which I play very much and enjoy a lot. But this contact with older, let's call it older music, compared to 19th century, everything that came before, has changed my way of listening, has changed my approach to the keyboard, has changed my approach to all that music that came before, let's say Chopin, before Beethoven. And I believe my sensitivity has increased as well. And the wide range of sounds that my brain could then absorb and understand has become incredible, until compared to the time before meeting all these early keyboard instruments and different type of music and different tuning. Things that were absolutely alien, like a simple harpsichord sound, for me was alien, and I refused it always until I started to understand it. So here is a little suggestions for those who cannot accept double beat or whole beat as a possibility because they believe the music doesn't make sense. Well, my suggestion is abandon the Steinway world, or let's say the modern piano world, for a while. Abandon the big hole. Try to experience music in small spaces with different instruments. Doesn't matter how fast or how slow people play, because often people in the early music world, they play quite fast. But just try to open the mind to different sounds, different worlds of sounds. And one of the things that I really like about Wim's approach, Wim and Alberto, is that Beethoven is taken from what happened before. So you forget all that came after, Beethoven and Chopin as well. Forget all that came afterward. Start from 150 to 100 years before. And then, after a while, approach these guys again and see what happens. Maybe you find it a little bit easier to accept double beat as a possibility. I still listen to my records of Horowitz. I still listen to Rubinstein, and I always will, because they can give me something. But performances in double beat, and most lately Wim's and Alberto performances on the beautiful Viennese for the piano or Beethoven sonatas, can give me something else which I enjoy very much. Sorry guys, I had to cut the video, I was talking too much. So very briefly about Traumerei. I choose the metronome marking of Clara Schumann of 80 just because it matched more to the way I would naturally play the piece myself. It's a new piece for me. I had not really studied it before or really practiced it. I might have sight read it and not necessarily the right notes, once or twice in the past. It's not the type of piece that I would, or the whole Kinderscene, that I would decide to actually really play it properly, but maybe now I will. So thanks for the challenge. It has motivated me to look into this music as well. Yeah, so I don't necessarily follow as well the notation of the edition I have. I try to play what I think sounds alright, and also I will try to stick to the 80, but unfortunately the metronome that is broken is the one in here, so I may go up and down, probably more down than up, but we will soon find out. In any case, Music Impossible, thumbs up for your work, keep going.